Hey guys, and welcome back to the Dwarves with me, Stelgim. We are here, we've destroyed the last of the orc hordes, and we are now going to check out this question mark. Let's go ahead. No injuries, so you've all been healed. And then the question mark.
You see a light through the trees some way from the path. It inevitably brings to mind your encounter with the woodcutters. You tell the dwarves about your encounter with the woodcutters and how you intimidated them.
Ha! Very dwarf-like, but I think we'll have to teach them a lesson anyway.
Humans are not our enemies, Boindel.
Thinking about it, they do deserve it. Beating a people is not part of our mission. Yeah, we have to be noble, so number 2.
You must confess that you'd have liked to have taught the woodcutters a lesson, but Boendal is right.
Beating up humans is not our mission.
But
True.
A harsh glance from you and Boendal silences Boindil. You continue on your way with a furious Boindil trailing behind.
Did I lose any relationship bonus with him? No, but okay, now we're the same. So that's pretty good. Oh, the fog is in the way. And I can't really take it away. Why is there such a way around here? And then we visit Goodwater again. Of course they won't say hello to me again, so... Axeldale is gone, so we might as well just go through here and then visit the mark there. Maybe we can even get to the dwarf merchant.
Once again, you reach the crossroads and the Stone Sheep Tavern.
Yeah, well, we have to sit down.
You walk to the nearest empty table with the twins in tow and sit down. The landlord comes out from behind the bar and walks over to your table. He gives a narrow smile.
Good to see you again. What can I get you today?
Provisions if you have. Oh, you don't? Oh. It'll be on our way.
Despite Boindeal's loud protestations about wanting another drink, you say goodbye and set off on your way accompanied by the twins.
Yeah. That's the same as last time. Okay, where do they go? This way? This way. It's more convenient to go this way. Oh look, we can meet the dwarf.
A colourful trader's wagon drawn by 2 stocky horses is coming towards you. A small man is sitting on the box seat, and as soon as he sees you, the wagon slows down. As it draws to a stop next to you, you realise that the driver isn't human. He's a dwarf.
Greetings, my friends. All too rarely does one meet wayfaring dwarves around here. You can call me Mort.
Mort.
Greetings, Mort. I am Tungdil. This is Boindil and Boendal.
You are happy to
Boindil,
meet
Boindil.
another dwarf, and such a friendly and eloquent one at that.
wayfaring dwarves may not be common, but a travelling dwarf trader? Now that really is weird.
Then you see what great luck it is that we've met like this. Come, have a look at my wares. I'm sure you'll find something to make a dwarf's life a little sweeter. I'll make you a good price.
Okay, let's ask first which kingdom he's from.
Mort, I hope you don't mind me asking, but which kingdom are you from?
The dwarf's clothes seem more like those of humans, and he isn't bearing any coat of arms.
My kingdom? Is that important? I'm my own kingdom. I go where I please and enjoy the fresh air and the sun on me skin.
At your side, Boindil is tensing his muscles, and you think you see from the corner of your
Oh
eye
no.
his hands moving a little nearer to the handle of his axes.
Is your kingdom important?
You two must be secondlings, right? I can tell by your armour. But you,
He looks you over for a while.
you're not a secondling, are you?
As you yourself
Oh.
don't know for sure which kingdom you belong to, you give no answer and just shrug your shoulders. Mort throws you a knowing glance and nods slowly.
True, we are the same. Show me what you have for sale. Oh yes, he got provisions. And he got 3 different sorts of elixirs. Let's buy all the provisions. How many items can I have? Oh, a large healing potion? Drinking it uses a lot of health points. I'm guessing it's double of this. Confirm and continue. Where are you going, by the way?
Where are you heading?
To Clintle, a small village where I can expect to do very little business. But the people there are nice and kind. I've known some of them since they were smaller than me. Isn't it astounding how much they manage to achieve in such short lives?
After glancing at Boindill's grave expression, Mort continues unfazed.
I can say in all certainty that there's not the same ambition to make a difference and change things in our halls.
That is because there is no reason to change things if you do them right first time. We dwarves think first before acting.
As it is Boindill of all people making such a claim, you're sure it must be a joke. But your friend continues to eye the trader with a serious and distrustful look.
I wish we would have passed by Yondar.
I grew up with Magus-Lot Yonan in Yonendar. I would have given anything to meet someone like you.
I rarely leave this area. People know me here, so the abuse isn't too bad.
Mort shrugs his shoulders, as if it were no big deal. When he sees the concerned look on your face, he adds,
I don't blame them. It's our fault too. We turned our backs on other races. People fear what they don't know.
We did? I mean, well, I guess the dwarves don't really meet the humans and the elves and such.
We must press on. It was a pleasure meeting you, Mort.
But you're still guarding them.
Mort smiles.
The feeling is mutual, Tungdill. Vracas be with you.
Mort spurs the horses on, and the colourful wagon jolts into motion.
You shouldn't be so trusting.
The wagon is no more than a few yards away when Boindill looks at you reproachfully.
A dwarf who lives alone among humans for years on end and disowns his kingdom? Don't you know what that means?
No.
He's an outcast, Tungdill. His kingdom and his clan have banished him. It's a severe punishment, only dealt out for serious offences.
The twins enter into a long discussion about what crime the trader may have committed, and go on to teach you the basics of dwarven law. As dramatic as their accounts may be, you didn't have the impression that Mort was a criminal, nor that he suffered particularly from his exile.
Huh. So what really happened? Anyway, we got some experience for that. Only 25. Boindil is almost leveled up. Let's go to Fallow Rock. What? Fallow Rock? Fallowstone? What is the correct name here?
You arrive at a small, bustling village. One thing is clearly missing from the lively scene: the sound of metal on metal from the village smithy that would normally be heard above everything else at this time of day. A dour, grim-looking man is sitting in front of the forge with his right arm in a sling. His expression brightens as he sees you, and he jumps to his feet.
Dear dwarves, could I interest you in helping me in my workshop for a day?
The man's expression is somewhere between desperation and hope. As you don't answer immediately, he continues.
You will, of course, be royally rewarded for your work. I can offer you 100 gold pieces.
Wow. And what happened to your arm?
What happened to your arm?
A stupid accident. A box of blanks fell down. I was trying to catch it. It will heal, fortunately, but I won't be able to wield my hammer for a while.
You must have quite a backlog of work.
You nod sympathetically. You always felt bad if you were ill or couldn't work in the forge for some reason or other.
Loads. But if what I hear about the metalworking skills of the dwarves is true, it will be easy for you to manage it in a day.
True. Alright then, I'll help you.
I'll help you. I worked in a forge for a while.
You modestly conceal that in this case, a while means almost a whole human lifetime. A little later, you are standing in the workshop, examining the smith's inferior tools, while he fires up the forge and prepares everything for the job as well as he can with just one good arm. You weren't able to persuade the twins to help you. As warriors, they'd rather go hunting, Boindil declared. But you think it's more probable that you'll find them drinking beer. But you don't care. You're excited about being able to smith again after such a long time. Hours later, you have forgotten everything around you. The heat of the forge, the sweat on your warm skin, the play of the flames. You're in your element and work as if in a trance. The smith left the workshop ages ago with a satisfied grin on his face.
Oi, I'm talking to you.
You look up in surprise. Everything but the beating of the hammer had ceased to exist, and you didn't notice that someone has come in.
Oh, who's this?
Can you do it?
You immediately dislike the middle-aged man. He sounds you out so doggedly with his light grey eyes that it feels as though he wants to look right through you and into your deepest thoughts. The man points to 2 horses.
Those 2 in 1 hour.
Oh, horseshoes? What's the deal with the horses?
With the forge hammer in your hand, you play dumb. You blink and look back and forth between the horses and the man.
What's the deal with the horses?
You expect the man to fly off the handle, but you feel even more uneasy when he asks you quietly and very slowly to please re-shoe the 2 horses.
Oh my god, is this a criminal? Oh wait, maybe he might be... It might not be a criminal. It might be someone... Sure, let's just do it. We are playing dumb here. We don't know what's going on. We are going to shoe your horses.
These 2 need shoeing? No problem.
The man doesn't look convinced, but you get to work with confidence. 2 more armed men are standing next to the horses, sizing you up.
Watch the men secretly while you work, or talk to the men.
So, you're mercenaries, I take it?
You're only trying to engage in conversation, but the man looks at you incredulously, as if he didn't expect dwarves to be able to talk.
What?
Something like that.
Got lots of work? Oh, do you know anything about the armies of orcs from the south?
We can't complain.
The man's tone makes it clear that the conversation has ended here.
Oh, come on.
You carry out the work in silence. As the leader of the mercenaries pays you, you have the feeling that he is trying to transfix you with his eyes. The men leave the workshop without a word.
Let's follow the men in secret. I don't think they leave work, but you know...
The men join a larger group of horsemen, more than a dozen, outside the village. You stay hidden and listen.
Not here in the village. Go. Search the road between here and Clintal again.
The other mercenaries nod and the group rides off. You can't make head nor tail of what's going on here, but you don't like it. You tell the twins about your encounter, and they decide to be especially vigilant over the next days. You spend the night in the smith's house and move on the next morning.
Okay, something is going on. What are they trying to do here? Are they going to ambush me? Mercenaries? What? I'm not that important. I'm just a dwarf. Let's continue on. I have to go to Parista. Is this it? Okay, that's the Parista. So if I go... I guess here? And then to Lantasar. There's nothing here. That's White Meadow. No, let's just go straight to Parista.
The closer you get to Parista, the livelier the streets become. Many of the large buildings in the city are even taller than the high city wall. But one building towers above them all, the palace. Its dome gleams white in the sun. It is the seat of the Council of Magi, and its central tower, which juts high into the sky, serves as a waypoint for travellers as far as 50 miles away. You reach the council's palace, but are stopped in front of its gates by a guard.
The Council of Magi is convened to take care of the parish land. They mustn't be disturbed.
The parish land? You mean the barrier? Is there something wrong with it?
The guard shrugs his shoulders.
Won't be anything the council can't sort out.
Oh. Oh, they won't talk to me? The Council of Magi is there. Okay, let's just continue upwards. I'll go to Nagrut, and then there and there. We have enough food. There's nothing there.
The hamlet of Sungird certainly lives up to its name. You arrive as the sun sets behind the tower of a Palandial temple, lighting up its stained glass. There's a shop in the village, and through the window, as well as some everyday objects and food, you also spy a shelf full of books.
Oh, enter the shop.
A small bell rings as you enter the shop. The twins look around, but seem rather disinterested, until they discover a couple of gemstones on display. On the wall to your left is the bookshelf you saw through the window. It's quite unusual for a village shop to sell books.
Look at the bookcase.
You stroll towards the bookshelf and read some of the titles written on the spines of the books. You know many of the works from Lot Yonan's library.
Oh, by fracas, look, dear brother! The scholar really is looking at books!
It's an interesting selection, Boindle. I could make some recommendations for you.
Boindle throws his arm around your shoulder and pulls you slowly away from the bookshelf.
What if someone sees you? Here, this is more our kind of thing.
You follow him reluctantly and are shown the selection of gemstones.
Okay, show me what you have for sale. Provisions, yes. Continue the way. Why is the dwarf merchant standing still? Is that where the horsemen went, the mercenaries? They can't be killing a single dwarf. Or did they mistake him from me? They did size me up. I'm going to do my quest here and then we'll go back. Yeah, he's still not moving. We can still do it. We can still reach there. I'm going to save it. And see what's going on.
Boindle is walking next to you in silence. Now and then, he looks at you from the side.
And you really do like books?
Yeah, I'm curious. And you could find many answers in books.
Won't you have found all the answers at some point?
Quite the contrary. The more books you read, the more questions you ask.
Oh god.
Ah, I knew it. Oh, just a waste of time.
Okay, let's just continue. To Clintal, isn't that where we were? Dwarf merchant?
In the early evening, you make an unusual discovery on the side of the road. A colourful trader's wagon has been carelessly abandoned, with not a soul in sight. You immediately recognise the wagon.
That's Mort's wagon.
I don't like the look of this one bit, Boindle. You take a look around there, I'll stay on this side. Tungdil, you check the surrounding area, and be careful.
View your surroundings first.
You scan the road and the woods on both sides. Apart from the twins who are fighting their way through the undergrowth within earshot, you can't hear or see anyone.
Search for tracks on the ground.
You can see a lot of tracks in the mud around the wagon. Hoof prints and footprints from humans in heavy boots. At least half a dozen long ones must have approached the wagon from the woods on both sides.
Examine the wagon.
The wagon itself isn't damaged, nor is the drawbar. But the belts and leashes that normally hold the draft animals have been cut clean through. The dwindling daylight provides little light inside the wagon. It smells of leather, spices, and candles. And there's another smell in the air, which you can't quite place. It reminds you of your forge in Lot Yonan's vaults, but different.
Huh?
It is messy, but no more so than you would expect from a single dwarf. The bed is rumpled, and there are tools and leftover materials piled up on the little workbench. There are several cupboards hanging on the right-hand wall. At the end of the wagon, there's a large wardrobe, and next to the door on the left is a heavy wooden chest with rusty metal hinges.
Examine the wall cupboards first.
The smaller cupboards are piled high with a multitude of tins and boxes, all filled with odds and ends that the trader offered for sale to customers on his trips. Nothing of real interest.
Really? A wardrobe?
You reach for the knob of the wardrobe, and then stop. The rug in front of the wardrobe squelches as you step on it, as if you had stepped in a puddle. You try to work out what has soaked the rug, when suddenly the door of the wardrobe springs open and something bounces into you. You take a step back, and the realization of what hit you makes you take two more. Lying on the floor in front of you is the body of a dwarf, headless.
Oh,
The
God.
head is being cut clean from the neck, but the dwarf's clothes leave you in no doubt that this is Mort, the trader. You take a couple of deep breaths.
Examine the dwarf's corpse.
His head is being cut off cleanly, probably with a sharp blade. A quick glance in the wardrobe confirms what you already suspect. The dwarf's head is nowhere to be seen.
What about the chest?
As you try to lift the lid of the chest, you realize that the lock has been broken out of the wood. You open the lid and look inside. Amongst clothes and some empty boxes, you find a loot case and a beautiful loot of the kind that humans build, as well as a bag of bread and cured meat.
Take the loot.
You take the loot. You can't play, but an instrument like this is worth good gold.
And then the food.
You take the bread and the cured meat. The extra provisions should keep you going for a few days.
Okay, let's just tell the twins what you found.
You give a short, sharp whistle, and the twins come running at the double. You tell them what you found.
A group of horsemen with heavy boots has been here. I found Mort in the wagon, beheaded. I have a hunch that the mercenaries from Fallow Rock have something to do with this.
Wretched dwarf killers!
You can tell that Boindil wants revenge and can understand his feelings well. You wrap the body in linen, dig a hole in the woods, and place the body in it. You lay a couple of his tools and other personal belongings you found in the wagon next to him.
Oh!
You wish there was more you could do for him. You continue on your journey in gloomy spirits.
There's a question mark there. But we're going here first and then there. We're going to ask them. Oh, okay. But they must be here.
You come across an orchard next to a farmstead and surrounded by several fields of wheat. You don't see anyone working in the fields, but there's a young man lying under an apple tree. He has his legs crossed and a straw hat is covering his face.
Ask the young man about the mercenary.
Excuse me, but we're looking for a group of mercenaries. Have they passed by here?
The young man is startled. He must have nodded off. He looks around anxiously. When he sees you, the fear disappears from his face and is replaced by curiosity. It seems to you that the man is sizing you up.
And if I answer, what's in it for me?
We could also ask the farm owner if you prefer.
If you can't help us, we'd be happy to ask the owner of the farmstead. We'll just tell him that the man sleeping in the shade of the orchard sent us. What do you think?
The man seems to size you up, and then a crooked smile spreads across his face.
All right, you caught me. The people rode northwest. But please don't tell Father Mullen.
There's no reason for that if you told the truth. So, northwest, you say?
You continue on your journey, while the lazy labourer sinks back into the grass.
Wow. Go to work! Southwest. So this way? But what is there?
The first thing you notice as you enter the village of Clintal is how quiet it is. There is hardly a soul in the streets, and the few people you do see immediately disappear into their houses as you get closer. Boindil draws his axes, and Boendal his raven's beak.
Something's not quite right here. Be alert.
Okay, continue into the village.
You walk on until you reach the village square. Without a word, men enter the square from the left and the right, cutting off your way. You recognize the leader of the group of mercenaries, looking you over with a satisfied expression. Standing next to him is a frail man with greying hair, who doesn't seem able to cope with the situation. He tries several times to say something, but can't find the right words.
Are you going to kill us just like you did the trader?
Are you going to kill us just like you killed the travelling trader?
The leader of the mercenaries shakes his head sadly and seems shaken.
You fiends want to lay the blame on us? You damn murderers! Murderers? Come here, dwarf killer!
Are you denying your terrible deed? You were seen murdering poor old Mort, one of your kind, in cold blood.
The old man points unnecessarily to the leader of the mercenaries.
The old man points unnecessarily to the leader of the mercenaries. Oh yeah, he's saying that he did it, but he has to talk to us. So you saw us didn't intervene, and then set us up a trap a few days later in the middle of nowhere.
So apparently, you saw us committing murder, but you didn't intervene? And then you overtook us, and only set a trap for us now, and here, several days' journey from the place where it happened. Your story doesn't seem to make much sense.
We knew that the good people of Clintel would stand by us in confronting you. Mort was well known and respected around here.
But how did you know that we would come to Clintel of all places? If you were really tracking us, that wouldn't have been possible. But if you, on the other hand, were the ones being tracked, then it would have been easy for you to steer us into this trap.
Yeah.
He does have a point, Medarin. Why did you?
The village elder stops mid-sentence as the leader of the mercenaries draws his sword. The village elder turns from the mercenary to look at you, and then gives his men a signal to withdraw.
Oh, we did it. We decreased the amount of men we have to kill. That's good, right?
Watch out for the archers.
Archers? Okay.
Yes?
Whoa, what's going on here? I pressed Q. Oh, I pressed 1. And then you kill the fucking humans. Fucking humans.
What is it?
Yes?
You're actually a bit weaker, but you still have to defend you.
At once. For Vracus! And again! Huh?
Oh god.
On my way. On my way!
Oh yeah, the villagers aren't attacking me, only them.
Huh? Yes, yes!
Now that you're there, you kill this archer.
Understood.
And then move up here to help
On my
him.
way.
And what now?
Oh, he's berserking. Oh, that's not good.
All right. Say goodbye forever. On my way.
I am Boendar! Give me a hand! Huh?
Oh god, he's about to die.
Huh? At once.
Attack! What is it?
Yes?
Yes, I'll help
Understood.
Yes. With pleasure.
Huh?
you. Kill this
Come
guy.
here, you!
I didn't hit you
Vracus.
very hard.
What is it?
I need help over here, quickly!
Huzzah! Who's next?
And then we just stand a bit here for a health recharge. Because the rest of them is over there. That's actually nice that it recharges over time. I'm going to send you ahead because you're strongest.
Say goodbye forever.
And you can stay here for a bit. And Tungdil's going ahead.
End it!
And what now? Come here, you! Huzzah! Ha-ha!
Huh?
Okay.
Huh? With pleasure.
Oh, what? He didn't die?
All right.
Oh, what? No! He's down.
For you. Say goodbye forever. Oh, what bad luck for you.
Boindale! Oh, he's still alive. I guess he got injured there now.
The last of the mercenaries falls to the ground, but Boindale is still in the frenzy of battle. You and Boendal have to physically restrain him until he comes to his senses. Otherwise, he would have stormed the houses to find more adversaries.
Oh god.
You walk up to the body of the mercenaries' leader and search his pockets. You soon find something. A letter.
An anonymous client seeks dwarf skulls cleanly cut, shorn, and put into jars with honey. 1,000 gold coins will be paid for each skull. Khan, Bounty Hunters Guild Master.
That's
Oh my god.
Bounty hunters. Hunting for dwarves. Despicable.
Show the villagers the letter.
You hold the letter aloft so that everyone can see it.
Look, citizens of Clintel, proof that these men are the killers. They are bounty
But they
hunters
can't read,
hunting
right?
for dwarves.
The village elder comes out of one of the houses, flanked by other villagers. You ignore their weapons, as well as their sinister expressions, and hand over the letter.
It would seem you are telling the truth. And you only killed those who deceived us. I thank you for this.
The village elder signals to a woman, and a few moments later, she brings you food and a bag of gold.
Take this in thanks for your actions.
No. Level, yes, level 4, that means a new skill. Oh, look at its pretty face. Ooh. Huh. Okay, what skill can I take? Charge or leap attack? You know, I'm actually going to use the charge to charge ahead. Sounds stupid, but you know, it might be more fun. And 7 provisions are 54 gold. And I actually leave it here because I'm nearing a limit to my episodes. I can't have it longer than this. So thank you guys for watching. And hope to see you next time when I go to Green Glade.